Hello friends, welcome to the session of Quality of India. Friends, in this session we are going to learn about one-point lesson, which is a critical concept of lean manufacturing, and in fact exclusively if we talk about TPM, this is a very important tool which is used in TPM. So let's explore this concept of one-point lesson. So as the name is suggesting, one-point lesson. This is a document which is generally takes 5 to 10 minutes for spelling out or for explaining. It's a small document, generally one pager, and this covers only one point or one specific lesson which you can take out from this document. And for preparation of this document also, normally it takes around 15 minutes. So it's a small document which will be covering a single aspect. For example, how to tighten the nut, okay, or how to carry out certain things. So one single concept will be explained through this document. So talking about one-point lesson, normally this would be consist of 80% of the diagram and 20% of the written words or contents. And generally in most of the cases, this is prepared by hand and based on any customer complaint or any system upgradation or any requirement. Generally the shop floor associates or the supervisor, he would write down this kind of one-point lesson to give some instruction to the associate. Okay, it is generally prepared by supervisors or group leaders and sometimes by operators also. So further elaborating about one-point lesson, so this is basically prepared for any kind of system requirement like functioning of any particular equipment or any method of inspection. For example, how to do destructive testing or how to do a particular task, okay, like equipment structure. So those kind of single instructions which does not require any elaboration or multiple steps, okay, so those kind of things are prepared in one-point lesson. And in certain cases, one-point lessons are used for short-term measure. For example, there is a customer complaint, and as a part of customer complaint, you have done some analysis and you have identified some causes. And you want to give some instructions, some specific instructions for certain activity to the shop floor associates or at the inspection table. You may prepare one-point lesson which will be available at the point of use for a short span, and after the corrective action has been identified or the root cause has been identified and corrective action has been initiated, you can withdraw the one-point lesson. In that way also this can be used. So one-point lesson is a effective tool for sharing experience and knowledge. So people from quality assurance, from any department, in fact, they can prepare this document for the shop floor associates use. Now talking about the purpose of OPL or one-point lesson. So one-point lesson is called OPL in short. This helps to sharpen equipment related knowledge and skills and communicate information about specific problems and improvement. So this can be used for elaborating on certain problems, or you have made some improvement and you want to explain the improvement pattern or certain actions, particular actions only to the shop floor associates. So you can use one-point lesson. And this can be also used to share important information easily when it is needed. So any information which requires immediate use. So this kind of document which are generally pictorial and little bit of words and sentences and very handy to use, those are being used. And this also helps to improve the performance of the entire team. So simple document, generally it should be made in the local language which is used by the user. Now let's talk about when to use it. Whenever an important information or message must be communicated and understood. So in case of any complaints, in case of any internal failures, or you have done some improvement, you have done some Kaizen, or any improvement projects you have done and you have made some changes, or you want to suggest some amendments in some system or some approach, some method, you can use one-point lesson. So now let's talk about what does it achieve. So one-point lesson, this quickly enables or help the team member to share key learnings about any machine, about any system, any standard, a particular area which they want to focus on, and when properly managed, they support greater transparency of knowledge and help to rapidly bring new people in an area up to speed. For an example, there are some new joinees who have inducted and they want to go through some training program. Okay, so you can prepare 1 point lesson for different kinds of small activities which must be having some pictures and little bit of elaboration. So that can be a very handy document for informing people or the new joinees about certain activities of the process. Okay, for an example, how the particular tool needs to be used, how the part needs to be put into the fixtures, how the alignment needs to be done, how the nut needs to be tightened, how the wire alignment needs to be done. So those kind of small activities can be explained in 1 point lesson. So this will be helpful for passing on better knowledge, strengthen the understanding for functions of machines and line. So functioning of any machines or any lines or any particular activities, this can be helpful, and improving knowledge about maintenance, defect prevention. So maintenance, we have lots of technicalities. So for each of the small elements, you can have multiple 1 point lessons.